You're listening to the Gag On This podcast.
I see you standing up and I want to knock you down.
All right, let me get my fucking shit together.
You're not even ready.
I'm starting to take my clothes off too already.
Just so you know, this goes on YouTube, not Pornhub.
Yeah, I was just sniffing my socks for the ASMR sniffing socks videos.
Wow.
Hey,
Gross.
Some stuff.
It'll be hilarious
journey.
if Rob walks in and Owen's watching one of his videos sniffing socks.
I know that guy.
Yeah. And on that note, this is the motherfucking Gag On This podcast. Woo woo.
Yep.
Episode description. We'll have show and guest social media. Like and follow us everywhere at Gag On This _pod. Facebook at Gag On This pod. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Hear the episode and see our beautiful faces 2 days before it's released on podcast platforms. Like what you hear, leave a review. Hate what you hear, go fuck yourself.
I'm Nicole Kidman.
What?
Okay.
That was Corey Behringer had a video. Sorry.
About Nicole Kidman?
Yeah.
That was okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Way to ruin my flow, dude.
I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, snap.
I'm your host, Big Nick. We are joined by nationally traveling comedian, the Italian stallion, luscious Danny D.
What?
By the way, make sure to check out her appearance on Po' Boys podcast, where she lovingly did not plug Gag On This podcast.
Hey.
One fucking bit. That was a treat.
My bad.
Sounds like you guys are gonna have an opening for a podcast host pretty soon.
We got co-host of the Stand Up Dads podcast, Portuguese lover Rob.
Hello.
Host of the Iambic Poetry podcast, vice president of Sac Poet Society, all around good guy Sharon,
Going on.
who's a fan of Nicole Kidman, apparently.
Or Corey Behringer.
Yeah, either or.
They're the same.
Come on, like you haven't flicked your bean to him.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our guests before we just fucking devolve into nothingness. We are joined by the hilarious Julien goddamn LaCrosse.
Woo.
What?
Up, players?
All right. So first and foremost, let's get this out of the way. When Danny told me you were coming on, I took a look at your Facebook and you had a video of you doing comedy in a dress.
Absolutely.
So like how'd that come about?
Okay, so I'll tell. It's kind of a convoluted story. Is that okay?
As long as it's
Yeah.
quick.
Don't pay attention to Danny.
Pay attention to Danny.
Hey,
No.
Danny, why don't you flick your bean while I talk about my comedy?
All right. I'll do something.
So where the dress comes from is about a year and a half ago. So I've been doing stand-up for 5.5 years, and I started in the Bay Area, and I moved to Sacramento in 2019 before the pandemic started. And so I started doing comedy out here, but I'd already been doing it for a while. But like in Sacramento is where I really started to like earn my chops and kind of like actually learn what goes into being a stand-up comic, right? So I went to this open mic and I got banned from the venue like while I was on stage, and I got kicked out of the venue. And then I got the open mic shut down, and it was all because I basically like there was this father who was there with his son who has Down syndrome. And,
I was there.
His son did a great little like two minute set on stage, but his father was like a complete asshole, and he like ran up on stage, took the microphone from his son, and then started doing jokes. And so I told the host of the open mic, I was like, listen, let me get on stage after this guy so I could just roast this dad like to living hell. So I did. I got up there and I just like let the dad have it because he was just like a huge asshole, right? And his son was laughing at him, his wife was laughing at him, everyone was laughing at him, except for the waitress, right? And so the waitress is like, give me the microphone, you're banned. I don't want to ever see your fake Ron Jeremy ass ever again, because I had long hair and a mustache. So, so then the next day I was going to go to another open mic in Sacramento, which I did. And the idea for the dress came from like, well, okay, if I'm banned from doing comedy at this one open mic venue, then I need to have an alter ego or something like that, So I put on the dress and just did stand up like in an alter ego, which at first I called Julie Divine. So that's kind of where the dress thing like started. Now, if you that was like a year and a half ago. If you fast forward to present day, to be honest with you, like I wear the dress as kind of like it's dual meaning, right? Number one, I identify as like a straight male. I've been straight, but I've had some gay experiences in my life, and I'm not going to lie, I am somewhat sexually attracted to men sometimes, but it's more along the lines of like pansexuality. So for me, like wearing the dress is kind of showing that, you know, other straight guys, like, you know, you can be comfortable with your sexuality and you can wear whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to worry about like what people are going to like think or say. Cause I'm like, I consider myself a straight man wearing the dress. Now that's the first meaning. The second thing is, I hate to say it, but there's lots of women in the scene that get mad at me for a lot of the things that I say because I speak my mind. And, you know, a lot of the times I'm just trying to be funny. Like I'm not an asshole. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, you know? So for me, wearing the dress is kind of like, it's kind of like a fuck you to anybody who says that I can't do the things that I want to do. Right. So that's the story of the dress for you.
I thought it meant like, hey, I'm just one of the girls. Don't hate me. I'm one of you.
No, man. I'm one of the human beings. I'm a straight man who likes to wear dresses. Like, fucking sue me about it, you know? And to be fair, like, here's the thing. I do enjoy wearing dresses because, like, I'm fat, and so like my balls never get to breathe right. And so when I get all of the airflow up to the dress, and I'm like, dude, this is actually like kind of good. Like I like, especially in the summertime. Like it's hot, you know.
So-
Why do you think we're always in dresses?
Yeah, because they're comfy. I know. Why do you think I'm always in a dress?
So what I'm hearing is though that you go commando.
I do, yeah. So like I'll wear boxer shorts sometimes.
Hold on.
Like,
Just Danny's face when you said yes. Her face is just like, oh.
Because I know how he sits when he sits down. I know how he sits. There's no way he's just crossing his legs in that dress. And it's
no, not at all.
No.
So I'll wear boxer shorts sometimes, but lately when I wear the dress, I do go commando because like number one, I'm not the biggest fan of thongs. Like I've worn a thong before, and it's like it doesn't feel good. Like I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like here's the thing. Thongs go up your ass, right?
Yes,
and I'm not opposed to having things up my ass, but when it's hot and you pull the thong out, it smells worse than those socks that I just smelled a second ago. It's just horrible. Yeah, so I don't mind going commando. And then the other thing too is I did a stand-up show recently where if you tell a joke and it bombs, you have to take off some clothing. And so I got all the way down to like my boxers, but then like I had to tell the crowd like, hey, listen, I got really big balls. Like just as a matter of fact, it might fall out while I'm performing. And that's what ended up happening. Like people at that show definitely saw my scrotum while I was doing stand-up, you know?
Were you bombing on purpose?
Yes.
Yeah. No. I mean, seriously, I started my set with like 2 jokes or 3 jokes that I knew weren't like so good. And the reason why was because I wanted to go into the bit where I took my shirt off and then I put these chip clips on my nipples. And then I did a whole little like rhyming thing with like, you know, chip clips and nip clips. And I put it on my dick and call it a tip clip. And then I put it on my sides and call it a hip clip. So I bombed on purpose so I can get to that bit. And then I just did regular material after that. And it ended up being a great set. But my balls were flying all over left and right on that stage. You know what I'm saying? So.
Gross.
Boxer briefs next time, maybe.
I can't do it. It's too hot, bro. It's too hot.
A little sweaty, huh?
I got some where they keep your balls in a little pocket. It's nice.
Sheath underwear.
They even make these underwear. My buddies have them, and it's like your dick goes in one spot, and then your balls are in another spot, like in a cooling zone.
Yeah,
I've never heard of this.
they're
Also-
great, man. Jockey makes them. And I'm a fat guy, so
Yeah, I think you'd really like those, Julian. I'll
think
send
so
you the
too,
link.
just based off description alone. Yeah, can we see what these look like?
it
Yeah.
feels like someone's just, you know, gently cupping your nuts all day.
That's what it feels like.
Wow.
Whoa,
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
Magnetic therapy boxer shorts.
that's not what I got.
Is it these with the thing?
Snowballs?
No.
Those. Look under jockey. That's
Hold
what I got.
on. I'll give you the brand name of them because RuPaul has them on her drag queen show all the time.
Young grasshopper.
No.
Boxers. No wonder your
They're
balls
like
are
that-
cool. There's
oh, no,
nothing
maybe
with
it's Hanes. I'm sorry. It's the big ones there.
Total Support Tech.
That's what I got.
Total
So-
Support Pouch.
And look on the inside, it looks like a vag that you're sticking your balls in.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. And see,
got a
that's
camel
perfect because
toe.
that's perfect because I have huge balls and a little dick.
Yeah.
So
all berries and no stem.
yeah, right. Right. Exactly.
If only balls counted as something.
I know.
They do.
I can't go and fuck ladies with my ball sack.
No, but if you could, you would be a real player.
Well,
They have that. Yes.
That's
I
how you
wouldn't
can
be doing
you can
stand-up. I'd be
suffocate
doing
someone with a 69 with big balls.
Ugh. You guys.
Go ahead, Nick. Tell
you
them what
could
it
you
was.
could use the Baldo. I
Yeah, I'll
that's
say
the
it.
There you
thing.
go.
You could, but like that's not what girls are into.
Big balls.
The baldo.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. Well, I mean, depends.
It does depend.
They're not into depends. That's
I should wear 10.
By the way, Danny, don't you have something to mention?
Oh, didn't you end up getting a blowjob in that dress on Monday night from that hooker?
She wasn't a hooker. I mean, I didn't.
No.
Wow.
She's a.
I did pay her, but she wasn't a hooker.
She's a scoreboard regular.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
say. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she likes to suck dick in the parking lot.
Oh, so she's a bar rat. That doesn't make her a
That's what I
prostitute.
heard.
God dang.
Yeah,
That is exactly what I heard.
she gives really bad blowjobs
That
from
she
what I
likes sucking dick in the parking
remember.
lot. And funnily enough, I love getting my dick sucked in parking lots. So
But was it? I've heard that she gives really bad blowjobs.
yeah, it was one of the worst blowjobs I've ever had in my life.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
it
y'all.
was horrible.
She needs to
Women.
practice. He's helping her.
It was bad.
giving.
Like and you know what the thing is too is like I kind of told her I was like, listen, I know that you're drunk and I know that like you're just wild, crazy spirited, but maybe you shouldn't go around offering this because it's just like it's worse than a Dollar Tree blowjob. Like it's really
A
bad.
Dollar
Yeah.
Tree.
Well, like what?
Yeah, it was.
But you're wearing a dress, and so you just lifted
Yeah.
it up, and
Well, yeah, because so the story is like she was twerking on me like the whole night, and like I'm just there to do an open mic and hang out with my friends and like tell jokes, but I'm in my dress, and so she's like walking around and getting the attention of everybody, but she keeps like twerking on me, and I told her I was like, listen, if you keep twerking on me, I'm gonna get an erection, and once I have an erection, like we're gonna have to do something about this. And she was like, oh, like okay, and then so finally, like at the end of the night, like everyone's leaving, and then I'm just like, hey, are we going to do something about that erection? She was like, what do you want to do about it? And I was like, you know what I want to do about it. So,
wow, and that's where the love began.
right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
it was 10 minutes of just like, of not good ball and dick handling, honestly.
Really?
bummer.
So, like,
but you'll be back next week for another one.
Yeah. I would definitely let her lips and tongue touch my penis and balls again. Yeah.
A bad blowjob is better than no blowjob.
And
All right.
that's true, but it might have been the worst blowjob of all time because some people told me yesterday on Tuesday that chick has like herpes and chlamydia, and I was like,
Ooh,
all
how
right,
you do
like,
too.
yeah, exactly. Now I might have, so I gotta go get tested.
You can't.
Oh,
Mouth herpes doesn't give you genital herpes. Genital herpes doesn't give you mouth herpes. At least that's what I was told. I was
someone
told.
lied to you. Someone lied to you very badly.
Yeah, I was gonna say resulting anxiety needs about getting STIs.
Yeah, I got bumps, but just suck it, Danny. You can't catch it this
Ew,
way.
no,
That's
Mm-mm.
it's ribbed for your pleasure.
I'm not.
We're good.
I'm not
As long as-
sucking your dick, anyways. I'm not doing that. Number
it's
one,
just like you don't go
blows up
from
like
ass to
Yahtzee.
twat, so you don't get a UTI. If you just put the wrong matching
all right.
herpes, you're good.
ATM. Wow.
We got a lot to talk about and a little bit of time to talk about it. Let's not talk about gross dicks.
Wait a minute. We have a little bit of time to talk about it. What's going on?
Yeah, right. We all have to be done by 7. Just
We-
keep us on track.
Yeah, really.
You just got shit to do, don't you?
No.
You know what, Julian? A spot may be opening. You're correct. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm
You
re-
can
I'm ready,
have
coach.
it. You can have it. You don't know these guys like I do.
Yeah, that's true. You don't. We're professionals. Yeah, fuck you. All right, so we do have shit to talk about. Yeah, she's laughing because she knows it's true. One thing I wanted to get to is your catchphrase is honestly mood.
Yeah, honestly, mood, man.
Like, how did what?
What?
Well, like, what's the sort of nexus of that?
All right. There's a couple things going on there too. So first off, I am diagnosed bipolar 2 disorder. I got depression. I got the big sad. I have been kind of fighting to go on meds for a long time, and I refuse to go on meds just because like I've found other ways to kind of handle my mental health issues. I smoke a lot of weed. Contrary to popular belief and how fat I look, I do exercise also, you know? So like I do things like that so I don't have to like go on the fucking meds. But I because of my bipolar diagnosis, I do have pretty wild mood swings, like really, really quick and very volatile ones. I don't really have any anger issues, so to speak, but like I can go from like really excited to really sad, like in the drop of a hat. And honestly, like on a daily basis, it's swinging back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So any woman that's ever been like intimately involved with me, all of my relatives, all my friends, everyone knows that like I have always had extremely volatile mood swings. And so honestly, mood is kind of like my way of being like, you know, I'm crazy and like, but it's okay. Like honestly mood, you know? And so when you say honestly mood for other people, it's like a way to relate to somebody about something. Like if you would say like, that's dope or like, that's cool. Honestly mood is meant to be like, you know, just like, oh, I think that's cool. Or I think that's dope. But it's like my own personal way of saying it. And the nexus comes from the fact that I have bipolar disorder.
Are you afraid of losing your set if you take the meds?
My set, like,
your gig, your bits.
A little bit. I have a lot of friends that are kind of mental, and you know, they've been on and off meds like throughout their lives. And the general consensus is that, you know, you kind of like lose your feelings, you get kind of like zonked out. You tend to be a little bit more level about things. And so yeah, I think to answer your question, yes, I am afraid of like losing some of that hilarity because for me, I find myself to be pretty funny at all times, just in general, like when I'm depressed or like when I'm manic, right? And I don't want to lose that because when I'm manic, it turns into like, you know, crazy Broadway star singing, dancing, hyper talented Julien. But then when I'm depressed, it's like super like, you know, asshole, cringe, like I'm an incel, like nobody wants to fuck me. And that shit's funny too. And that's what people don't really understand about what I'm doing is like I'm trying to be funny 24/7. And so I kind of refuse to go on meds for that reason. I think it would kind of like take away a little bit of edge from the comedy, and I don't want that.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think it also depends.
I'm probably just an idiot. I mean, I don't know.
I think it also depends on the meds too. Like lithium, that shit, fuck, that blew me up like a whale.
Oh, it made you even bigger? Like, because I'm already fat, dude. I don't want to get fatter. No way.
Yeah, and you have to get blood tested every month to make sure your levels are good. Yeah, it was
exactly.
A shit show.
Exactly. I'd rather just smoke weed and like go outside. I mean, honestly, those things help. You know.
All right, Danny, perk the fuck up. You were like this 2 weeks ago. You don't even have your mic in your hand. Oh my god!
I was listening. I was intently listening to him.
I have something to do.
Yeah, she was texting. I'll tell you right now. I caught her.
I wasn't
you
texting.
I know you, Danny. We're like this.
She was trying to find somebody to get me some meds over the counter.
Right?
Well, she was probably setting up a dick.
Julien is fucked up in the head. Can we get this guy some help, please?
See ya, players. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Herpes
It's a bag.
Right?
Julien, how do you battle your bipolar disorder? Well, I smoke weed and I let people blow me in the parking lot at Scoreboard. You know, that's simple.
I was just trying to think of if I know anyone that's fucked that girl that gave him a blowjob that's fucked me.
God,
so that's what I was trying to think.
You went down the list.
Yeah,
like,
I would love to be.
How many pages are you up to?
Whatever.
You got the EBDB. Trying to get the Eskimo Brother database going. Like,
it's okay, Danny. You can't get herpes in the summer.
Break out the DOS system and go all the way back to the records. Fuck yeah.
DOS.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna go rolling. I was like rolling. I was like, this name here.
No,
is he still alive?
I just recently started writing them down. I haven't been doing that the whole time.
You're writing them down.
I have a key chart and everything.
I did that once.
Wow.
So I know
The
what
list of people you slept with is in those documents at Mar-a-Lago that the FBI.
Nah, they're pretty easy to find.
Some of those.
What?
It's always all right. It's in my comedy notebook, like because I do it year by year, so it's in my comedy notebook somewhere.
Have you?
I just imagine somebody
I'm trying to see
going,
the tally.
I don't get this punchline. Rick, that's the punchline.
No, it says like hit list of like 2022 or hit list of 2021, and then it's got like the name, the date, and a key chart on how well they did.
It makes it easier when the
Wait a
doctor
minute.
tells her she needs to call people to get tested.
Yes,
That is true too.
yes, 100%.
Contact tracing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyways,
You give them a score at the end.
yeah.
Do they have a score
No.
or-
I have a key chart at the bottom of like what each like symbol means.
Oh, like
and
a
then-
legend.
yeah, and
like a
then
map.
based on how well they do or don't do or what I liked and didn't
One
like,
person got gold star. One person
Good
got a
leg, good head.
because there's like 4 of us in this ladies group and we all have the same key chart, and then we have guys. That's the thing.
So would
Honestly,
it,
Wait a
dude.
minute.
would it be out of character if you let us know what the symbols are?
Yes.
Sure.
What are the? Oh yes, this is going to be great. What are the symbols?
Okay, so like, the O face, obviously, he gave me the big O.
Okay.
And they're pretty simple. Like, the little horny devil means he's been to prison.
Okay. I mean, he's up for receiving anal.
That's on there as the shit emoji. Like if they ask for anal. I have the little squirt signs if they came too soon.
Nice.
I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be like Minuteman.
And then the little
66.
I don't know them all, but then the little smiley face with the X's in the eyes as if they asked like weird shit, like I don't know, just
Oh,
weird
like
shit that I wasn't
Possible
into.
killer.
Right? Well, just like, like I want to come in your eye or do something
I want to
weird.
give you the librarian.
Yeah, just do something
Wow,
weird. So
Dirty
that's just
Sanchez.
that's that one. It's there's like 15 different ones.
You have an emoji for big balls and little dick.
No.
That's just an
No.
X.
No.
That's
Fuck
good.
this.
No.
NA.
Just crossed out.
I should find one though and just be like, yep, that's it.
Yep. I
Not
agree.
applicable.
Yeah, right.
It's
But
just like the cherries on the slot machines.
That was not a Pac-Man moment.
Nice. All right. So let's move on. All right. So we got technically I got 2 things we can talk about, but we should keep it short because we do have a lot of random topics to go over. So we can talk about your appearance on Capital Punishment or the fact that you produced and host your first show at the end of July.
Wow, those are both. I mean, do we want to choose one to talk about?
Yep.
Capital Punishment.
Both of them.
Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, talk about Capital Punishment.
So I got hired, or not hired, I guess. I got a gig. Damien had me on Capital Punishment, and I had been to one of their events a while ago, maybe like before the pandemic, like years ago, just to watch. And it was great. And like, I really enjoy puns. Like, I kind of think puns are like one of like the cool things about comedy, because it's like involves like wit and like being quick, And so I love puns, right? And so Damien asked me to be on the show, and I was like, man, I would love to do that. That sounds really good. And so I kind of fucked up in a bunch of different ways. First of all, I took mushrooms before I went and did Capital Punishment. Yeah. I put mushrooms into orange juice, and I drank like just a little bit. And what I was thinking, because I consider myself like a reasonable psychedelic adventurer. Like, I've done mushrooms thousands of times. Like, I know my tolerance level and everything like that. But on this particular night, I drank the orange juice and I had a completely empty stomach. So I had no food that whole day. And I thought that was a good, for some reason, I thought that was a good idea. Not only that, I want to say I want to take the opportunity to apologize to Damien and Mark and Daniel, even though I think Daniel's not with Capital Punishment anymore. But I want to take the time to apologize to them formally, because doing mushrooms before I do a gig for them where they pay me is unprofessional, and that's not how I work, and I should never do that again. And I learned my lesson. So sincere apologies to them for that.
You should actually call them yourself and tell them they don't listen. They don't listen to this shit.
I've spoken to Damien. I told Damien like how like apologetic I was, and because I respect everything they do. I like it. I would like to do it again. Be better prepared, like that sort of thing. But so I go up there, right, and the mushrooms are kicking in, and it's inside Luna's, which is this nice little juice bar in Midtown. And I love Luna's too, but it's hot in there, and it's a summer night, and there's lots of people there. So it's me versus Ed Mina in the first round, and Ed Mina is a phenomenal fun.
That's not even fair.
Yeah, he's funny as fuck. Absolutely. And so our first round it's ice cream, and him and I go back and forth, and he won the first round, but I still held my own in round one doing ice cream puns. Right. Then we get to round two, and the topic is stationery. I've never written any jokes or had to make any puns about a stapler or some tape or a pen, stationery. I've never done this. And so for the entire round, I am silent, unable to come up with any puns whatsoever about paper. And the whole time, Ed is just doing what he does and coming up with these fire puns. And I'm just on stage, on mushrooms, I can't believe I don't know any jokes about stationery. Right. And so I lost the round, and then, I got off stage, and then I went outside during intermission to catch some fresh air. And I was so embarrassed about all of it that I just left. I called up one of my friends, and I was like, hey man, can you come pick me up? I'm unable to drive because I'm high on mushrooms. And this is just a whole fucking, I don't know, issue or whatever. And then, so I went home that whole weekend. I was kind of sick and very depressed about what had happened. But then on Monday, I tested positive for COVID. And so I was sick with COVID for 9 days right after that. And so the deep despair set in from all angles that all have to do with me. Number one, I was mad at myself that I didn't take this gig seriously. Number two, I'm really mad that I couldn't come up with any jokes about stationery. Number three, I feel like I just kind of shit the bed in a spot where there's nothing high stakes about it. You're just there to have a good time and hopefully come up with funny things so that other people can have a good time. And I didn't do that. So when I had COVID and I was thinking about all of this, did I freeze?
Yeah.
But you're good.
Oh, are we good now?
Yeah.
So it was just overall it was a negative experience, but it was only negative because I made it negative for myself.
Okay. For what it's worth, I believe none of us here are under the influence of mushrooms.
Not today.
None of us could come up with a fucking stationary pun right now.
Thank you. Thank you. It's hard. It's fucking
Danny?
difficult.
We had a puns little fucking contest on this show with Damien.
Damien was on here,
and it was bullshit.
Oh,
I couldn't come up with a goddamn pun to save my life. That was it.
Close.
It was just
I made it to the third round.
Ron and I lost badly.
I think it was badly.
Yeah.
I lost his wife.
I don't even remember who the fuck I played then. We lost though.
I think Damien doesn't speak English. He just speaks in fucking puns all the time.
Which is cool. I aspire to be that.
That's high intelligence right there.
Don't beat yourself up though, because I don't think any of us could have if it was 5-on-1, we couldn't have beaten Ed on that.
Nope.
One.
Right. So can I tell you guys two funny takeaways from that whole experience?
Sure.
Yeah.
So number one, it's related to what you just said, Rob. The next 2 weeks, after I got better from COVID and I'm back out in the scene talking to people and hanging out with friends, every fucking person I talk to has 1,000 stationary puns ready to go. Everybody's just coming at Julian, you should have pushed the envelope that night. I'm just shut the fuck up, dude.
Ooh,
oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
And it's all my friends, everyone that's saying
that just highlights your fuck up.
You gotta put a pin on that.
There we go.
Exactly. And it just makes me feel worse. And then The other thing, the other funny story about that night is, so they ask you, they're like, do you want to have an intro song, like an introductory music to play? And so there's this one song that I love by a band called Teenage Bottle Rocket, who's a punk band that I absolutely fucking adore. And I asked them to have this song as the entrance music. And so I came out to that music. But ever since that day, every time that song comes on Spotify for me, I skip it because the emotions that are associated with that song are too much for me to handle. It's like, it's too much. I was like, skip.
Now, none of us could come up with a pun that quickly. So
it was incredible. And then Ed Mina did such a good job. I think he ended up like losing in the final round to Ashley Monique. But Ed was phenomenal. You know,
so like, this was semi recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was in July.
Yeah.
Oh, I was out of town.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's a whole punch in the face.
Or end of June, rather. End of June, maybe. Beginning of July. Yeah.
I hate you, Rob.
Huh?
I hate you.
It's a whole punch in the face.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's a whole punch.
What's funny is Rob hates puns.
I fucking despise them. I love Capital Punishment. I've gone to their show several times. I enjoy it, but I mean,
His wife's a pun whore.
She is.
Yeah.
So I was cheating and I couldn't beat her. So
all right. So that is it for the interview portion of Gag On This. Now we get into the ultra popular thing called Inside the Comic Studio.
Brilliant.
Yes. Before we get into it, though, Julian, plug your social media, plug any shows you got coming up. This comes out Saturday on YouTube and then Monday on podcasts.
Absolutely. So I run 3 open mics currently. I produce 2 open mics in Sacramento. One is on Wednesday nights at Henry's Lounge. That's in Midtown. Signups are always 8 o'clock. Start time is roughly 8:20 after trivia night ends. Thursday nights, I run Players open mic in Fair Oaks. It's at Players, which is 4060 Sunrise Boulevard. Downstairs Players, not upstairs Players. And then I also run an open mic in Oakland on Tuesday nights at a place called McNally's, which is in North Oakland. And that's like a really cool spot for people to just come and do their time and like hang out, you know, do stand up. I am going to be helping out with a show this Saturday. I don't know if I'm going to get any stage time, so maybe I shouldn't plug it, but it's not my show. It's Tristan Johnson's show, and I'm going to be doing some camera work for him. So, but I think he might give me stage time because Tristan's cool as fuck. And then I have a show in South Lake Tahoe in September. That's September 18th. So anybody who out there is listening in like Reno, Tahoe area, I'll be there. And then I haven't gotten the date yet, but I'm also going to be at Gnarly Deli in Chico in October. So that's where I'll be. And you guys could follow me, please, on social media. Instagram is where I'm the most active. That's Julien LaCrosse Comedy on Instagram. I post like all my show dates there. I post my comedy clips there. And then I'm pretty active on Facebook too. You could add me on Facebook and be friends with me if you like. But just a fair warning, everyone on Facebook hates me because I talk a lot of trash. So maybe don't add me on Facebook. I don't know.
Or if they love drama, add you.
Yeah. Well, and see, but that's the thing is like I'm not even trying to start drama with people. I say what's on my mind, and a lot of the times the things that are on my mind are like, you know, real observations about real things that are going on. You know, like today, I'm just going to tell you guys the thought I had today, but I didn't post it because I knew I was going to get in trouble. Today on Facebook, I wanted to post some shit where I was just like, have you guys ever had a kid out of wedlock, out of spite, in order to like gain more government funds? You know, like more, like, you know, like, and the reason I wanted to say that is because I know people that do that. But I think that it would piss people off if I said that. So you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to start drama.
I don't think that particular person follows you anyways.
Yeah, they don't.
Okay.
I made jokes about them having a baby a couple months ago, and they removed me.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's hilarious. It's like, dude, if you don't want to be made fun of, don't put yourself on blast on Facebook every fucking day talking about your issues. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and that's why when people come to talk to me about my issues, because I put my shit out on Facebook, it's all done with the intent of comedy, baby. We're trying to be funny. I'm making people laugh. You're making people laugh. We're having a good time. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? All right. We got to get to our super special.
Danny D, you and I just messaging each other at the same fucking time.
Like, come on, hurry it out.
Oh, we're awesome. All right. Yeah, go. What do you got, Danny?
Oh, yeah, you could check out all the shows that I'm on my Instagram or my Facebook page. I've got like 6 shows coming up in September. I don't know what they are right now, so just go to my Facebook or my Instagram and look it up because I'm posting about them. That's it.
Damn, that was fucking quick. Robert.
Get my side project, the Stand Up Dads podcast. I do that with my buddy Mike. We talk about parenting and throwing some dick jokes. We've taken a little bit of a break because between some job stuff and kid stuff, we'll get back into it. New episodes come out on Sunday, but there's over 150 episodes you can check out in the meantime.
Yes. You're on.
After a long hiatus of 2 weeks, I am now back. I Am Making Poetry is now back in the scene. Check out our latest movie review that we did on Siegfried Sassoon, War Poet. Also, check out, once again, in September 21st, we're going to have Loudmouth back on again. Julien has been a person on there. He loved it, and he wanted to come back, but he couldn't come back. He had COVID that time. I'm still gonna get you in, man. You're coming back,
man. I'm down.
Oh, wait. Oh, and we're doing shows. OMG. We got shows. I got shows. I got hip hop shows. I got just check out RES Wonderland or SeriousProduction.com. Bing.
Oh Jesus, that was cheesy as fuck. Follow me on Twitter at the Big Nick J. It is popping. We are having a gay old time over there. Just released. I was on Gutting the Sacred Cow. I was tearing apart that bloated piece of shit called There Will Be Love. It was me, Kevin Goatee.
There will be what?
There Will Be Blood.
Oh, okay. I heard love.
Did I say love?
It sounded like it.
Did I?
But he said blood. It's all good.
I wonder what I was thinking then if I said love. Oh. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. There Will Be Blood. It was me, Kevin Goatee, who's been on this podcast, and then entertainment interviewer Lauren Conlon. It was a fun time.
Okay.
Fun time had by all. All right. So, Deadpool, fantasy-funeral.com. Check it out. Next year is going to be intense because I'm getting hit up left and right for fucking people.
No, we're going to keep it not that big.
A lot of people.
I'm the one that has to run it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You'll still lose. It's okay.
I know. It's hard to find celebrities.
You know what you got to do, Danny? You got to show up and then not plan a comedy show for after that. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's hard when you get booked all the time.
What a dig. And then we got merch. Click the link. All that fun shit. Okay. So, Julien, have you listened to the podcast before, my good man?
I have, yeah.
Holy fuck, really?
I have, yeah. Because you guys interview like some of my friends and shit, you know?
There you go.
It's not because we're funny. Okay, I got you.
No, it has nothing to do with any of you.
Fair enough.
All right. So you obviously know we do this thing called Inside the Comic Studio, where we ask all comedians the same 5 questions. First question: first joke that landed well.
First, do you mean like in a comedy setting or just like in general?
Comedy setting.
Comedy setting. The first joke that I ever wrote that landed really well is my introductory joke, which I still use to this day, which is my name is Julien. When my friends introduce me, they say, "This is Julien. He's good people. Just because I'm fat doesn't mean I'm plural."
I love that.
Yeah. That one landed hard the first time I ever said it, and I use it a lot still to this day. And like that's to me like that's I don't want to say it's like a perfect joke, but when you're starting a set, you need something that's like introductory that kind of addresses your appearance, and it's quick. It's a one-liner, setup, punchline, and it's also like wordplay heavy. So it's like it's near and dear to my heart.
Nice.
Next question: favorite thing about the local comedy scene?
Man, my favorite thing about the local comedy scene is that there is a shitload of talented people in Sacramento. I consider myself a working comic. I give it like 100% all the time. I'm trying to always get better, and I'm trying to like elevate myself. And I find in the Sacramento comedy scene that one of the best ways to do that is to watch my fellow artists perform, because there's so many of them that are very talented. And every time I watch them, I learn something new from them all the time. So to me, I would say that, I mean, I haven't really gone really outside of, Bay Area, Northern California, Sacramento regions all that much. But I've been a fan of stand-up comedy my whole life. And, there's a lot of talented people here. And I don't know if Sacramento gets like the credit it deserves for that, or maybe it's like a newer thing in the last 5 years. But there's very funny people that perform in Sacramento. So that's my favorite thing about the scene personally. A lot of crushers. Yeah.
All right, good. Now, the exact opposite. One thing you dislike, would like to see changed in the local scene.
Everyone acting like stupid fucking high school students.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's never going to happen. First of all, I consider myself extremely friendly. I consider myself down to earth. I consider myself willing to discuss things with people. It's easy to get along with me. Like, I'm not like, yeah, okay, my persona is like crass and blue and all this shit, but like, I'm sensitive. I'm an artist, like I'm easy to get along with if you're not an asshole, right? But there's so many assholes in the scene, and they all of them don't like me for whatever stupid fucking contrived reason they have in their mind about what they think about who I am, and they've never even spoken a word to me, right? Mm-hmm. And for me, like, here's like the biggest chip on my shoulder that I have. I run 3 open mics, and I consider myself to be majorly inclusive. And what I mean by that is I don't tell anybody no. If you show up to my mic, you get to do 5 or 7 minutes. Or if there's not a lot of comics there, I'll let comics do more, because I care about comics getting more stage time to improve at a faster pace. I talk shop with other comics. I never, if somebody is like, feeling bad about not being included elsewhere in the scene where they go to show up to a mic and then they don't get put on the list because they're not sucking the dick of the host, right? That sort of thing doesn't go on with me and my mics. I am inclusive to all. I'm friendly to all. I respect my fellow human being. I definitely respect my fellow artists. And my biggest chip, or the biggest chip on my shoulder, is that I wish that I received the same amount of respect from some people. That being said, like, I do get a lot of love and respect in the scene, and I definitely feel good about it. But it's just like, take your head out of your ass and stop acting like a high school for a second. Oh, you don't like my joke because I said retard? Fucking get over it. You don't like my joke because I said faggot? Get over it. You know what I'm saying? If it's funny, it's funny. I'm sorry. Get over it.
You can't say retarded faggot, though.
Right. Well, that's what I was born
as. That's just too far.
I was born as retarded faggot LaCrosse, and
that's just the crosses the line.
So yeah, that's the biggest gripe that I have with the scene is, I feel like if people just kind of like worked with each other and ensured like a synergistic and well-meaning place for all to come and perform comedy and practice, the scene would do a lot better from it. We would have a lot better comics on average, just in general, and it'd be great. It's good for the art form, and it's what the art form wants us to do. That's my vision, and I would just hope that by the way I act and the way that I conduct myself, that other people would want to do the same.
Julien LaCrosse 2023, you vote.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. President of the comedy scene, Julien LaCrosse.
Yeah. I'll wear it.
I'll wear a button.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is favorite local comedian.
One
favorite local comedian.
The girl that blew him in the parking lot.
No. I'm gonna give you 2. Okay. I'm gonna give you a Sacramento one.
Shit, Danny. He went against your word.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a Sacramento one, and then I'm gonna give you guys a Bay Area one. So Bay Area, there's this dude named Jason King. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jason King. He's like a New York transplant. He's like a East Coast kid, but he's out here doing comedy. Every time I watch Jason perform, he makes me cry laughing. Every time. I've seen him like countless places, and he knows how to like adapt to the crowd. He knows how to like tune into what's going on in the room, and then like base his material off of that. And then like it's masterful. I mean, the kid is like kind of a genius, and when I watch him, I'm just like blown just blown away.
Okay.
And then when it comes to locally, I really like Logan Farr. Every time I watch Logan's comedy, like I'm just kind of like, Logan. I mean, say what you will about Logan, he did it to himself by having no legs because he got ran over by a train when he was blackout drunk. But the whole point of stand-up comedy is to provide your unique perspective, and a lot of his jokes come from the darkness that came with him getting into that accident when he was 21, and he's sort of built this entire world around, I'm not saying he only does jokes about being handicapped, or not handicapped, having no legs, but like a lot of it
It's the same thing. That's the same fucking thing.
That is
so,
true.
all right, Logan Farr and Jason King.
Yeah. And then special shouts out to Matt Medina. Matt Medina is no longer in the Sacramento comedy scene. He moved to Colorado, but when Matt Medina lived here, I fucking love Matt Medina's stand-up. Every time I've heard Matt Medina's jokes 1,000 times and they still make me laugh, So,
all right, shout out to Matt Medina. Woo!
Yeah.
All right, we got to get to random topics.
She's like pacing this motherfucker,
If you
dude.
gotta go, fucking go.
We got one more question for you.
I'll be quick.
Well, no, Danny will probably have to because we got a couple random topics to cover. Last question is advice to new comedians.
Oh, advice to new comedians: don't take your notes on stage.
That's hard for a lot of them.
I don't care. Don't take your notes on stage.
I don't care.
Yeah, don't take your notes on stage. The reason I say that is because you're creating an act, right? And so a veteran comic told me that you should be focusing on living in the moment when you're on stage, because you want to create the most organic and in the moment type of thing, because that's kind of where the art of stand-up really lives. It's like in the moment, in the room, what is funny right then and there. And if you're like looking at your fucking notes, you're not going to be able to pick up on any of none of that. And I was somebody that used my notes a lot in the beginning, and then when somebody told me like, hey man, don't bring your notes on stage and just jump into the fire, I was scared as hell, but after a month, I realized the strength in not bringing your notes on stage, memorizing your jokes. And then not only that, but it's like, don't think of your jokes as so rigid. Like, it's not just like setup, punchline, tagline. When you go on stage, you should have a general idea of what the setup and the punchline should be, but use that time to live in the moment and think of taglines or even additional punchlines like on the fly and record it and then listen back to it. And then that's my writing process. So that's my number one tip for new comics. Don't bring your notes on stage.
Okay.
At least have a little liner sentence so you can remember what the heck you're supposed to be saying. Like, oh, okay, human joke, something like that.
Right. That's fine. Like I see people write on their hands. That's fine. But like it's the act of doing this while you're on stage is just like this is stupid. I can go to a Starbucks and watch 20 people doing this right now. Put your fucking phone down and tell me about how you got herpes by letting a girl suck your dick in the scoreboard parking lot and act it out.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right.
All right. So that does it for Inside the Comics.
Brilliant.
All right. So we got a couple random topics. Julian, I will let you decide what we should talk about first.
Okay.
The first is semen necklaces, sugar on your butthole, or it's out of those two, because we'll have to get Suicide Boys is going to take a lot. So
semen necklaces.
All right. I was hoping you'd go for that.
Yeah.
Good old semen necklaces.
So apparently this is a fucking thing on TikTok. Pearl necklaces, in quotes, made from semen are TikTok's hottest new jewelry trend.
Gross. They go out with it? Oh, that's a real pearl necklace.
No, you can go on her TikTok and see the finished results. We didn't do that. We do have a video to show. So pieces of jewelry made from semen are becoming an increasingly popular accessory thanks to Amanda Booth, an artist who transforms body fluids into pearl-like gems.
That's disgusting.
So if I jerk off for her, would I be a jeweler?
Basically.
You don't have to be rich and famous to shop at Sharif. In a recent interview with Vice, Booth explained that she already had experience of crafting commemorative clay jewelry out of the cremated ashes of people's loved ones.
Nice.
As well as locks of hair, pet fur, and even breast milk. What?
Oh, wait a minute. So wait a minute. She's actually taking actual cum and making an actual pro out of it.
Yeah, it's called jizzy jewelry.
Yeah. Apparently, the result turned out fantastic, and she soon began taking commissions from her subscribers. Customers collect their semen sample in a mail-safe container, ship it to Booth, who then combines it with clay and creates a bespoke polymer sculpture. So she's touching other dudes' semen.
Probably has gloves on.
Yeah, probably.
Or
my partner
went in her mouth.
Yeah,
that consistency.
Sometimes when you have a necklace on, you just like suck on it.
No,
it's like at least I do sometimes. But like, oh, this is nasty. I thought it was like guys just coming on bitches' necks, and then the girls letting it dry and going out with that on.
I thought that way too.
Can you imagine if she starts like a big jewelry company and they're just like, come on to our factory, and it's just a bunch of guys coming in the back?
She called them her cows. So those are my moors.
Well, there's actually, if you go to her TikTok, I don't have TikTok, so I just came across the video randomly. There's a TikTok of her opening her fridge, and she has a shit ton of semen in it.
That's disgusting.
I hope she has a separate fridge.
I do too. Her toddler gets into it thinking it's milk.
There's a video.
Yeah. You guys want to watch?
What?
Yeah, let's do it. That looks like cocaine.
I think that would be the clay.
Oh.
Mixed with it.
So I put up a half-ass joke post on Facebook because a long time ago, somebody commented on one of my TikToks asking me if I'd ever incorporated man juices into a piece before. My team thought it was hilarious. They came up with the term jizzy jewelry. Anyways, so apparently it's something that people want, and it is something that people have now ordered. So I am testing.
By the way, you know what would really freak me out? What if you were doing coke and like that was lying around?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dried semen looks just like cocaine.
Sinuses are pregnant.
When that video was playing, I like the part where she said that her team came up with what did she walk into a board meeting on Monday morning and was just like, hey, we're talking about selling cum necklaces, jizzy jewelry. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And what's funny is she references her team. It was actually just a follower of hers.
Right.
So I don't know where she got this team.
Are we counting followers as a team?
I guess.
Shit, I got a big ass team then. Let's go. Let's come up with something clever.
Is that what we are to you? We're your team?
Yeah,
no, followers on Insta.
Yeah. I can't even.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Okay.
A sample that my husband lovingly provided. And I'm going to make myself a few jizzy jewelry pieces to see how it works, how it bakes, and how it holds up. Since I have a few samples already on the way from.
Well, it is her husband's jizz.
That's funny.
Doesn't matter.
She said, well, these are kids.
So I did two separate ones. I did one with just the powder. And then the second one, I added a little bit of mica powder just to make it a little iridescent. I made a bead that I'm going to make a ring for myself. I made some beads for a bracelet because I want to try new wire wrapping. And then I'm making myself a pendant as well. I also made myself a little pearl. So stay tuned, I guess.
I mean, she says she mixes it.
I know.
Yeah,
so, I mean, it could be like 10%. I mean, it's not like.
I mean, at what point is it okay? Percentage wise for jizz to be handling jizz.
I mean, at some point, I mean, if
like
it's
5% of a cum shot,
like a
who's
biohazard?
sending their jizz in to be like that's a jealous ass boyfriend. Like, bitch, I made you a necklace with my jizz in it. Every man's gonna smell my pheromones, my hair, my fucking hormones. Let's go.
I kind of like the idea personally.
It's kind of
well, you're a fucking pervert.
Guys are willing to give their jizz to whoever will take it.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true. We do have a
jizz. Sure.
Oh man, girls that like want to fuck some guy, but can't like have him not use a condom will order one of these necklaces and just be fucking themselves with it. Like, oh, it's gonna disintegrate. I'm gonna have his baby.
I don't think there's anything in there after that.
I mean, is it like a tardigrade? Like it comes back to life? You think?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. To add some spit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Why don't you guys do that?
This
Why
would
don't
be
you
a great
dry
way
out
to
some
create a life.
jizz? Yeah, dry out some jizz in a cup and then add some spit to it next week, and we'll see.
It's not like a water bear.
Gross.
All right, and then before Danny D goes, and before we get into the awesome group that is the fucking Suicide Boys, good lord, let's talk about the non-medical reasons to put sugar on your butthole, guys.
Wow.
Was a medical reason not to?
Well, kind of.
Powdered sugar?
Sugaring the rim.
Okay.
Or as the Sour Patch Kid. Why would you call your butthole a kid?
I don't
right.
know.
So here's a weird one. There's more than a 0% chance of doctors sprinkling sugar on your butthole someday. Video from an ICU nurse named whoever went viral recently, claiming that medical professionals sometimes prescribe anus sugar, that is regular sugar, to be put on your anus rather than butt flavored sugar, in the case of a prolapsed anus.
Okay. What does
so I'll bring it back in. Nice.
Yeah, sugar pulls out the excess fluid from the prolapsed anus, causing it to shrink. Think salting a slug.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Nice.
Once the swelling is down, it usually pops right back in. Or just
Your
needs a little
anus?
push.
Nice.
Oh.
I mean, we all saw the weird family porn that I sent.
Yeah, we
everybody.
did.
That was prolapse. I don't think sugar's helping that shit.
No,
never
that
know.
shit was broken.
Never know.
That was broken.
Yeah, that was
Brings a whole new meaning to the term. Yo, that butthole looking sweet.
Is it regular sugar?
That's what it said.
Oh, okay.
Sugar.
But you're right. It doesn't specify if it's powder. I mean, I'm assuming it's powdered because
No,
of
it
the.
said regular. Go down a little.
It just
bit.
said regular
Right,
sugar.
right there on the picture, it says ordinary sugar is used for the procedure.
Oh, okay.
But this is powder.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
donut. It's not an asshole.
I mean,
Do you really want a picture of a prolapsed ass with sugar on it?
Watch it out at work.
Would you still eat that ass?
And in a series of case reports, one team of doctors write that the sprinkling of the edemus irreducible prolapsed bowel with table sugar, sucrose, results in a dramatic decrease in bowel edema, and the incarcerated segment easily reduces. I don't know what the fuck that means.
It
Wow.
causes shrinkage. If you put it
Shrinkage,
on, yeah.
Why does it say incarcerated? Is my butthole incarcerated?
I think it's
No, but
Well,
you
it's
get a
trapped.
prolapsed anus when you're incarcerated.
I believe it means like separated from its normal home.
You know,
When you're
okay.
incarcerated, you're separated.
I like
Oh,
this.
yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
And the
Nice.
technique can work where manual reduction techniques, essentially pushing it back in with your fingers, have failed.
Nice.
Oh, apparently you can do this to dogs too. Dogs, cats, and horses.
And horses. Yep.
Cool. I'm going to try
I
this
guess,
with my cat.
A butthole is a butthole is a butthole.
Wow.
Oh, but it's only 50% success, guys.
That's a treat for you for later.
I think I'm just
Fuck it.
laughing. I'm laughing at the fact that above that paragraph said technique achieved using normal table sugar, not sweetener. They have to be specific, not
No Splenda.
sweetener.
Yeah,
Splenda.
no, sweetener's horrible for you. Only use real sugar. All right, you
No
guys.
Truvia.
Love you guys. I gotta go.
All right, like,
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye, Danny D.
Bye.
She's going to go see if they have sugar on the shopping list.
Make it less
Real
tart.
quick. I do have to cut out pretty soon also because I have to head out to Henry's. Is that cool with you guys?
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
Thank you for coming on, Julian.
Thank you so much for having me. This is great. I love that I could finally do this because I've seen so many of my homies do it, and I'm a fan of the podcast. So it's dude, this is tight. Thank you so much for having me.
And promote the heck out
Thank
of
you
it.
for coming on.
We'll do. Yeah, absolutely. Next time I'll see Danny tomorrow. Probably I'll see what's up about some merch. I might need to cop. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, you can get me naked on a horse if you want.
Yeah.
Oh my
That is true.
god. That'll make two of us naked on a horse, player.
All right. Good luck
Thank you,
tonight,
guys.
buddy.
All
Yep,
right,
have a
man.
good night.
Take care, Julian.
Get tested.
See you guys later.
Seriously, get tested.
I will. I set up the appointment already. Bye, you
Good
guys.
luck.
Right. All right. So I sent this to Rob.
Mhm.
And Sharon, I'm wondering, have you ever heard of the Suicide Boys?
No.
Okay. So apparently they're like a fucking rap group, very famous.
As always.
Yeah. Well, I think
2 million
Julian is still there. Let me.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. So yeah, I came across this randomly. It popped up in one of my things, and it's weird that this is like generating a lot of fans, I guess. Let me see if I can get to the rap part. No. So first of all, I love this guy's comment. Dude looked like he drowned in a sea of Xan, raps like Garfield, and needs to stop making music. Island Boys and these dudes, same page. And it's so fucking true.
On the north side, hollow points, trigger fingers on my fucking foe. 5 demons rising out the crypt. I smoke me a fat line, never gave a fuck.
So like, is that, am I just really white? Like, is that good?
I don't think so.
Well, I'm asking our resident African American here.
Oh snap! But that's the new trend look for white rappers. I mean, beyond what Little Zane, what Gucci Gang Kid, the guy Little Pump. I mean, this is the look. That whole tattooed up face of like
Tekashi look.
Yeah, Tekashi look and stuff.
Well, this guy looks presentable. Someone you'd bring, home
looks
to
like
mama.
Lars Ulrich.
But let's hear what this guy has to say.
Sure.
Ruby such a misfit. Hollywood, Babylon, can't resist it.
Wow.
Fuck a cop, bitch, I'm ducking all these piglets. 7
Like-
war, be my motherfucking district. Yeah,
Are we just out of touch?
It's garbage.
Like a piss bitch, screaming I'm a hit lick. After licking hits to acid, then the fucking split.
Plus, is it me? He's just talking.
Well, yeah, but as always the terms of words he uses, Zanny. Most now rappers are just drug users. It's like, oh, we're just gonna be using drugs in all our songs now.
Hopefully they live up to their name soon.
Yeah. All right.
Do that for a live album, guys. Just fucking off yourselves.
Well, so I went down this fucking rabbit hole of Suicide Boys, and apparently they are fucking massive.
Probably.
Like selling out arenas, massive.
Yeah, it's become a thing.
But then I came across this lovely video, which is called
This is the one you sent me.
which is called 1,000 Blunts.
Mm-hmm.
So for the audio listeners, the very first scene of 1,000 Blunts is a woman walking up to a cross.
Probably trying to play Mary or something.
Yeah.
A field full of crosses.
Yeah.
Did good,
Very serious.
So now there's a shit ton of crosses with 1,000 blunts on the screen.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like a cross graveyard.
That shit on my bitches, taking my deuce and never skip it. Still in my hood, a pistol grip it. Still got 100 plus. Got that paper in my cup. Still with a bitch in a club. Still with my dick in a guts. Yeah.
So this is the one thing I wanted to bring up. So it's very all religious iconography in the background with the lyrics of this song coming up. And we froze it on the lyric, "Stay with a bitch in the cut who stay with my dick in her guts."
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shit ton of crosses. In fact, the one in the foreground prominently features Jesus. And I think that's INRI on top of there right here.
Mm. Okay.
He liked a dick in her guts.
Mary Magdalene, did we know that? Oh,
Bam.
but look, 3.24 million subscribers. Like, are we just that out of touch that we're like?
Well, that's the new noise now. I mean, it's the white rapper.
Subscribers do we have?
I mean, I think 4.
Oh, okay.
Wow. But I mean, that's a new thing right now. It's the white trap rapper. I mean,
Trap rapper?
Trap rappers. If
What
you
the
look
fuck is a trap rapper?
trap music, basically, if you hear the sound of the music, it's not, you don't hear the whole famous swing or four Notorious B.I.G. type style 90s, whatever the heck music stuff. You hear all the you hear a lot of hi-hats, a lot of one kick, and then you hear these rappers going into like triplet symbolist words and stuff. And when they're doing rap, they're not just doing like the old yo, they're going into these, well, check out my guts. I'm making that woman, making it nuts, making the number this woman this stuff. This is the stuff that horrorcore. What?
It's in genres. It's you just talked about trap metal, which I wouldn't call metal, but then you got horrorcore.
Yeah, that's honestly horrorcore. I don't know why. It has nothing really to do with the lyrics as much as it has to do with like the imagery they use.
Yeah, it's always that.
So like all right. So this is why I think we're out of touch and we're really like they're this big is they collaborated with the drummer from Blink-182, but also had the guitarist from Korn on their tracks. Like that's a big fucking deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Controversies. Let's see. Abrasive and offensive, whatever, blah, 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 behavior. Insinuations of devil music or devil worship.
Former opioid addiction. Addicted.
I never would be able to tell.
Like, look at this. They had ASAP Rocky, Cardi B, Wiz Khalifa, X-Tentation. Is that how you?
X-Tentation, yeah.
Like they collaborated with, I mean, hell, Cardi B of all people, and I've never heard of them.
You never heard of who?
Fucking Suicide Boys.
Suicide Boys. Oh, okay.
Like,
I don't know, man.
It's insane.
I don't know, old man.
I'm officially on the other side of 50, so fuck these guys.
Like I said, that's the way the way the new sound is. They're kind of go with like, okay, we're going with these guys.
No. Well, then let me see if I can find there he is. This fucking guy,
Ghost Main.
Like he looks like he's trying to be fucking
Marilyn Manson.
Yeah,
Manson.
But he's a rapper.
Okay,
like, let's see if I can find some of his.
Songs. I don't know. What's he sound like?
I mean, if you actually notice it, it's now become a thing where they now separate the trap rappers now.
I think, is this the one that I listened to?
Was he trying to be Pinhead and stuff?
Pinhead mask.
Gotta grieve for my mama because I don't think I'm gonna do much longer. Mom, fed up.
This sounds like some old Mr. Bungle.
I was gonna say, like this, I can kind of get it by, but mainly because it's more techno.
Fed up with the big love, but the gun in my brain
like a little bit of Mr. Bungle, a little bit of Korn.
Yeah. Yeah, this is flat fucking garbage. But again, 3.6 million subscribers.
It's got nothing on.
Oh, she got a lot. She got a lot of people that hit up. I'm like, oh shit, really?
Oh man. But yeah, I don't know. You know what's gonna be funny is if we get hit with a copyright.
Oh, fuck these guys.
Like if they nail us, I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck? I mean, I'm gonna tag them, so we'll see what happens if they even come back.
Never know. Maybe they'll be guests.
I wanted to talk about what you said on our song.
Get off my lawn, you fucking freak.
Oh, guess what, guys? Before I go, I just want to tell you this. So I'm in a DM group with Porn Stash Podcast and some other podcasts. Porn Stash shared a flyer from the Beaverton Grace Church guy.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And he thought it was real, just like me. And I was like,
that was
we actually
save Portland from hell?
Okay. Yeah, because apparently he talked, it was a butt plug thing.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Is that the one that when it blocks demon stuff?
Yes. You've seen it?
I've seen it. It blocks demon rays when it's in your ass.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it real quick.
You don't have a butt plug, the devil can get in your asshole. Unless you have sugar on it.
But then the
Butt sugar.
devil will really like it.
It's
though.
gonna be anal sugar being sold.
You could rim it like a margarita glass, I guess.
Wow.
There it is.
Yeah, prevent demon possession because demons enter a person through the anus. It's important to always wear a butt plug.
Mm-hmm.
And he thought this was real? Well, that's cool. That's what's up.
Glowfuckyourself.com. Okay, is that a real site?
I mean, should I?
Yes, you should.
But I'm sharing, so that's why I'm like, glowfuckyourself.com.
I have a feeling it's a
If I get a virus, I'll be very upset. Holy
that's
shit.
on Etsy.
Glow F yourself, the home of the internet's favorite butt plugs. Holy.
Ooh, the dice. Oh, the door stop.
Wow.
That is that like a popper? Like you can pop it
Yeah.
down and then it
Kind of like,
like
a
a
trouble
sorry.
game.
Playing
Like trouble.
Play trouble.
I like this. This meeting could have been an email.
Oh wow, magic is stored in the butt. Ooh, the snake fangs.
Yeah. Okay, this
Wow.
is actually ain't half bad. Fake poop on a butt plug. An Amber Heard.
Oh damn.
Jehovah's
Censored.
Witnesses is not a cult.
Wow. Wow.
That's the one down there
Got a
with beans.
Uno.
Fucking a beans butt plug.
Stussy. Of course you gotta have the fucking Stussy butt plug.
That's Stussy. I thought that was Skechers.
No, that's Stussy.
Stussy.
What the
That's
fuck is Stussy?
You don't know Stussy?
I'm fucking old.
God damn, you are. It was a skater. I think it's actually still
Oh.
around. Jesus Christ nesting plugs.
Yay.
I mean, we got to take a look at this.
$45.
Happy
Wow, that-
Easter. That's big.
That looks like a fucking a wine stopper.
Probably.
That sticks out quite a bit.
Wow.
Well, I thought each
that whole
one would be like a nesting butt plug. Like they'd
I
each
wonder if
have
you could
one.
Maybe I'll hook up on it.
It
Yeah.
lights up.
I think that's just light shining off of it.
I mean, that definitely shouldn't be in that shouldn't be in a nesting butt plug. A baby.
It's the family. It's got him in all of his ages.
The rosiest ever.
Rosary. Oh, that's an actual fucking I thought it was talking about this thing.
I thought so too. I was like, wait a minute.
Let's see. Does anybody review it?
Having grown up praying the rosary. Oh, look at that with a flag. Don't go up to it.
Yeah, I saw
What's
it.
up with the what's
You're
up
gonna
with the
have to edit.
corn dog
Yeah.
butt plug?
Raw glizzy.
The real chicken foot butt plug.
Ew.
God,
Okay.
Jesus watching.
Jesus
butt
hand whistle. I mean, that's pretty
Blow in the
fucking
palm.
great.
Nice.
Whistle your favorite hymns with the hand of Jesus.
plug. Oh, that's messed up.
Oh, that's right. Since we'll just do this last one. Christians against.
Oh no, we should save this one for another one.
a full episode.
Yeah, I think so.
Christians against Christian nationalism.
Yeah, just
Yeah, we'll save it.
Unfortunately,
Then.
guys,
yeah.
I got to get going. I got to go.
All right.
Take
Well,
care
we're
of some
gonna end
client
it. So
business.
this was great. Julian was awesome, even though he had to leave. Danny D. Well, Danny D was Danny D. So what can I say? All right, everybody, stay safe.
All right,
Yeah.
y'all, man. Take care.
Bye.